This is Adam. Adam is a shadow representation of the rule of nines. The rule of nines is healthcare professionals' way of figuring out what percentage of a patient's body has been burned. Adam is a representation of the rule of nines when it comes to, or when it's referred to or used on adults. Adults' percentages are different than the percentages used for children. Children have bigger heads and shorter extremities. When searching for a correct way of breaking down the rule of nines, I decided to use the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services breakdown of these percents. They've broken it down like this. The head and neck of Adam equals 9%. Each arm is 9% apiece. The anterior and posterior trunk together are 36%, but when broken down, they're both an equal 18% apiece. The genitalia is 1%, and each leg is a total of 18% apiece. And when I say leg, that includes the whole leg, including the feet. And these are the rule of nines according to an adult. But the percentages are different for children because they have bigger heads and smaller extremities. But here he is in the flesh. As you can see, I'm still applying the rule of nines when it comes to him. But this time, the rule of nines is a little different. The posterior is different than the anterior view. The posterior view of the rule of nines has been broken down. The percentages are a little bit smaller. His buttocks is a combined total of 5%, but the left cheek is 2.5% and the right cheek is 2.5% as well. The back, of course, we know is 18%. But the lower limbs, which include the leg and the foot, combine to make 13.5%. If Adam sustains burns on the back or posterior trunk of his body, as well as the buttocks, which includes the left cheek and the right cheek, the posterior part is 18%, and the butt cheek, when broken down, is 2.5%. Each cheek is 2.5%, with a combined total of 5%. When you add the 18% and the 5%, then a grand total of 23% of surface area has been affected. That's how much surface area has been burned. If the entire lower limb of Adam's anterior view, which encompasses his leg and his foot, a combined total of 18% surface area has been burned. If Adam's entire front upper limb is burned, then the 9% surface area has been damaged. After a long afternoon of swimming at the beach, Adam is exhausted. It's an extremely hot summer afternoon, and he's feeling the effects of spending too much fun in the sun. But that's when the integumentary system comes into play. The integumentary system's role is to prevent dehydration, to regulate body temperature, and regulate water loss, and to cool down the body. Also, to rid the body of waste. But the thing that is most important in this scenario is the cooling down factor and also the regulating of body temperature, which it does by producing sweat. It activates the sweat glands, and the sweat glands are used to cool down your heated flesh and body as the moisture evaporates on the epidermis layer of your skin.